Hey, do you how about we check in with Sam Miller in South Carolina? Bring him in. We just keep moving our way across the country.
That's what we do.
But surely. He's working his way in. We need some there we go.
Here we go. There's our buddy, Sam. Hey, Sam, how's it going, man?
Going well, man. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you great. Thanks for joining us here out there in South Carolina. So you had your walk and roll event on the 12th of September. How did that go?
Good. Yeah, we had to do it a little early because of scheduling conflicts with this weekend, but it went really well. We're a small chapter here in South Carolina. So trying to build those contacts and those relationships, but Mark Stone was able to come. So that was really nice to be able to have his input as well.
Yeah, that sounds like a great impact person, right, to bring in to kind of stir up the troops a little bit. How's the growth been going for you with the chapter, trying to build it up, as you mentioned?
Well, I'm not sure how much you know, but I was only recently made chapter director. So it's been a kind of thrown into it, but we're going okay. It's going okay. And more support from friends and acquaintances than we have actual members. So
Sure.
patience.
No, I totally get that. Here in Wisconsin, it's always been a tough road to hoe here too, is trying to stir up new people that are either affected by FSHD beyond your, like you said, friends, family, who are always really supportive. And it does build the group, it does build the community. And that's where you have to start. So it's great you have that. Tell us, how did you celebrate that walk and roll day? What did you end up doing?
So I live in a small town called Travelers Rest in South Carolina. And I would like to have the stat of the number of people here, but it's growing really quickly. So we just kind of had about a mile and a half little, I guess, route set up. There's a trail here called the Swamp Rabbit Trail. It's about 28 miles, but obviously no one wants to walk and roll 28 miles. So we did about a mile and a half and then came back to one of our favorite local restaurants here and met a few other friends that weren't able to do the walk. So I think in total we had about maybe 10 or 12, not as much as I would like, but hopefully next year it'll be a little bit bigger.
Right. No, absolutely. I know it seems like you kind of are hoping for maybe a higher number, but to me, the people that came to support, that's how it builds, that's how you build your foundation and you just keep working from there. So what's that walk like? Like, what's that path like? Take us there a little bit. Was it a hot day? Was it beautiful weather? Did you have to deal with some rain?
Sure. No, actually it was perfect. We couldn't have asked for better weather. I would say it's probably high 70s, low 80s. It's a relatively flat walk, really shaded by a bunch of trees on this trail. So it's very easily accessible for people. We had some people that were, that brought their dogs and things like that. So that was really good to have too. But yeah, it was nice having that energy. It was a slow pace. I had never really had the chance to meet Mark in person, just over Zoom because of COVID. So that was really good to get to kind of hear his vision and where he wants to see the society go.
Yeah. And, you are part of that. The group you're helping create, help build is absolutely a part of it. I know Mark has always given people that energy, right? It could be the smallest chapter, it could be the largest chapter. The energy is the same coming from him. He's a great leader that way to kind of help motivate us all to keep pushing forward. It's not always easy. Sometimes you're going to have those uphill battles. I think Lee put it best, kind of pushing the boulder from the bottom, right? And you're trying to get it up, trying to build. It's great that you had a walk and roll event, and it sounds like you'll have another one next year. That's the anticipation, right?
For sure. Where I graduated college, the mayor is also a grad. So I'm hoping to be able to get her involved, more local churches, things like that. So hopefully next year's impact will be pretty big.
Sounds like you got the groundwork already starting. That's awesome. Excellent.
Yeah,
that's great. Any news coming up for your chapter? Is there any meetings or anything that you wanted to kind of mention, those that might be in the area, or if you're doing one virtually, for instance?
Sure. Yeah, I think it's October 5th. We're doing one virtually. And so, yeah, it's kind of, I guess it'll be really the first official one that I've had to lead. And so that'll be good. Pretty excited about that. So yeah, anybody locally that might be listening that hasn't engaged with this yet, please reach out. I would love to chat with you.
Yeah, I think you can reach out. I know you guys have a presence on fshdsociety.org. It's the South Carolina chapter. Want to get in touch with Sam Miller out there? Please do help him out with that group. Start to build it up, make it nice and strong. Thanks, Sam, for joining us today on this big day, the Walk and Roll Day. I'm glad you had a successful event on your first one. Congratulations on being the leader there. We look forward to interacting with you some more.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good year. Hopefully 2021 and 2022 is gonna be big for FSHD and for everybody involved.
Hey, amen, brother. Absolutely. Thanks, Sam. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in with us.
Yeah, man, you too. Have a good day.
That is South Carolina representing strong with Sam Miller, building up that group. If you're out in that area, you know how to reach out. You know how to get in touch. Other walk leaders, other maybe, chapter leaders, reach out to Sam, add that support. What have you done that has worked, right? We can always use the community for that too. All right, Lee, how we doing? Oh, wait, you got it too. Wait, you got the mute bug. Yeah, you got the mute.
I'm working on it.
2 on you. And that's only 1, I think, for me. I'm keeping score. I'm kind of competitive that way.
Oh man. All right. So we got a couple of minutes here,
Cool.
waiting for our next guest to join us.
Great. Well, it gives us time to touch base on like sponsorship or any dollars and cents, or where can people donate?
Let's take a minute and talk about sort of the history of the event. It started in 2018 at a first ever time we ever did this. And we set a goal for $105,000 and we exceeded that. That first crew of people, I think it was 4 or 5 walks that first year, volunteers put their hand up and said, I'm in, let's launch this thing. And we were building all the materials and the infrastructure and the support as they were putting on their walks. So they were just rock stars to get us started that first year. Then in 2019, we grew to just shy of 1,400 participants, 11 walks. And in year 2, we raised $420,000. So big growth there. For 2020, we set a goal originally of $625,000 with 17 events. And then a little thing called COVID-19 hit. And it sort of threatened to derail everything. And I will never forget sitting in the room. First was like, oh, surely this will pass in a couple of weeks. And then
we'll just get back to it.
Passing and kept not moving on. And we were in a staff meeting and the whole team were like, what are we going to do? Like, what are we going to do about it? And it was like, within 15, 20 minutes, we'd hatched the whole plan. We're going to go virtual. We're going to pull it on one day. We're going to rope Tim into a 4-hour live stream with phones from coast to coast. We're like, you were the glue that was important to pull it all together, and we just pivoted. And then we went out and said, okay, everybody, here's what we think we want to do. What do you think? Not only did all of our volunteers say, yeah, let's do this thing, but even more people jumped in. And we ended up with 24 virtual walk and roll events, 162 teams. When we had to change all our plans for the pandemic, we said, okay, maybe 625 is a little lofty. Let's adjust our sales, 300,000, let's see if we can do 300,000. And we ended up with more than 550,000, over $500,000 raised with 825 virtual participants, 145 teams, 3,200 individual donors. So we were just blown away by that last year. Couldn't believe it. And we go, okay, it's 2021. We were like, are we going live? I don't know. Is the world opening up? Maybe it's not. Is it? It's safe here. It's not there.
Yeah. Like, what do we do?
And it was just a whole holding pattern of we don't know what is happening. And first quarter of the year, we're supposed to be planning everything and booking parks, and people are like, oh, surely we'll be open, by September and ready to go. But my park's just not accepting permits right now, or they're not letting us book things right now. So it was just so hard to get things off the ground. And in some ways this year was even harder, and it has just been ridiculous how amazing it's been to see the change, right? And to see how everyone said, when we realized, okay, once parks did open, people were filling up slots in like 5 seconds. If you didn't get in there with your permit request right away, like, forget it. You're fighting with every other event on the planet. And so the walk leaders have been ridiculously resilient. We just kept coming up against roadblocks this year, and they just kept saying, we're doing it. We're moving forward anyway. At one point, we just struggled with that hybrid model. We said, okay, we're going to do walk and roll your way. we added the team captain hero kits and really started pouring into
That
our
was
team
awesome.
captains
Yeah.
and recognizing the important role they play. And 29 walk and roll events happening this year. And, you know, we've said it a couple times, we are over 561,000. So we've already exceeded, and more money's coming in. People are turning in money today. People are donating today. So more money's already coming in. I cannot believe in year 2 of a pandemic, we are going to beat what we did last year. Our volunteers are ridiculously amazing all over North America, what they've done to put this on and to make this happen despite all the obstacles. And so that means cumulatively, since we launched this event, which I might add is the only event solely focused on funding FSHD research and programs for patient support.
Correct.
We're it. That's just
Yeah,
purely
makes sense.
focused on this. We're going to get over 1.8, probably pushing $1.9 million since this thing started in just started in 2018 with a handful of volunteers.
Mhm.
Pretty amazing. Our volunteers
Incredible.
are total rock stars, total
Yeah.
superheroes. I mean, total superheroes. Hey, I'm so excited. We have Ashley Bryan in Centex ready to join us,
Excellent. Here we
talk
go.
about a fireball. I'm so excited to have her come on.
There she is. Oh yeah. Our friends in Central Texas. Here they are. Yeah, logging in.
Hey
they're
guys,
excited.
we're working on some audio.
I know we're working on
I
audio.
see the
It's
dots.
yeah, it's trying. It's efforting. Oh, come on,
Oh,
Zoom.
where's
Help us
our
out,
sound?
Zoom.
Come
Yeah,
on,
right.
Zoom, get the sound.
Are we all just staring at the dots rolling
I think
there?
we're all watching the dots dance
Yeah,
on
I
the
think we're
screen.
all
Because
just
we see you, but
focused
we can't
in.
hear you.
Oh, look, they're out there. They're working on it. We're trying.
There we go.
Here we go.
Yay!
Yeah, rock on. What's up, Central Texas? Wow, look at that. Oh, man. My people of Texas, how y'all doing? There you go.
Awesome. It's a little hot.
I would say, it looks a little hot. It looks a little hot out there. Texas heat. Nothing like it.
We're trying to hear you, Tim. It's brutal.
Well, just tell us a little bit about your event. Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Turn that off. You know what? There we go. We were hearing it again. Sorry. Go.
Yeah, no, just tell us a little bit about your event. Tell us what's going on. Looks like a lot of activity, a lot of people, a lot of energy there. Put us in the room. We were all watching through our devices, but make us feel like we're there with you.
We'll be glad. I hope you're sitting in air conditioning because it's a little toasty out here, but we have awesome cooling rags and we just finished our walk. Woohoo! It's been amazing, Tim. We had a fantastic turnout. This is the first year for Central Texas to do it in person. And look
Look at that group. Wow. That is awesome. Hey, wait.
taco
You got it.
truck and Kona
Taco
ice.
truck? Oh man. How about the person with the big cowboy hat, the foam hat there? I saw that. Come on.
I
We
told
got
you,
it. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes,
Everything's
that's
bigger in
Texas.
Texas,
That's right.
including the donations.
Beautiful. Talk about that. Yeah.
What do you want to ask us?
Well, man, you're saying, everything's bigger in Texas. You got my attention up with that when you said donations. How is that going? How are the teams feeling? Is there sponsors you want to talk about? Bring it to us. How's it going?
Talk about the sponsors first, and then let's go to the teams.
I don't even know
Great.
where to start on the sponsors. Obviously, Top Taco here offering tacos and Kona ice. Amazing. Can't tell you how much we appreciate that. We have gotten so many donations recently. I think it's over 300 and something people. So I'm hard pressed to tell you all the names of all the people, but I know we've topped, is it 67,000?
67,000 for our first year.
Wow. Way to go. That is a
And-
huge number. Huge number.
And we heard Mark's good news that we're over 500,000.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
That is fantastic. Well, next year, y'all have to come down here and join us. Come join us with some tacos, walk with
Yeah.
us.
Look at this great place we're into. We've got this wonderful Texas flag behind us. Look at this
Beautiful.
gorgeous park we're in. Can
Yes.
you guys see that?
That
It
is awesome. Look at that
awesome.
pavilion. Beautiful. Yeah.
Can't thank y'all enough for the FSHD Society making this possible all over the country, connecting both patients together so that we don't feel alone. But most importantly, connecting all those bright doctors and all those eggheads that are going to figure out how to get us out of these chairs.
We are so excited. We've got 10 teams this year. 10 teams. Amazing. They've raised so much money and they're so supportive. And we just want to thank all of them so much for being here with us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Let's go. Yeah, it takes a
else you got,
team.
Tim?
Takes a team. Well, what's next for Central Texas? You know, we're always loving the moments we're in. We're celebrating this day. Is there any meetings that you want to plug or making sure people know what you guys are up to next?
It's all in the works. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Stay
Shock
tuned.
and awe. We're going to
Yeah.
surprise you with it. But sign up on the website and we'll always post things. That we're trying to get who's one person at FSH that I want to come explain what our disease? Jamshed. We want Jamshed here. I heard he can
We want him
explain
here.
this disease to a third grader. So I think there's hope for me yet to understand that whole genetic part.
Yes, I had Jamshed Arjamand. I love his last name.
Yeah.
And
I'm just
he
gonna go with
is-
Jam.
He is awesome. Yeah, if you can get Jamshed to come down there, we call it jamming with Jamshed. He's amazing.
Yeah.
That's it. Tell Jamshed I'll buy him a taco and we'll get a cooling towel and he can come on down here
We'll do what we
and
can.
tell
We'll
us
do
what
everything
we
can.
have.
That's right. Explain this thing, you know? Yeah,
Break
awesome.
it down. I've got the Ducks 4 part. I think everybody in this room has got the Ducks 4 part. They know we got to turn it down.
Yeah,
But
they
it's
know we
been an
gotta turn it
amazing
down.
turnout. Awesome sponsorship. The amount of donations has been absolutely incredible. Y'all thought I set my goal too high at 60. Heidi erased my goal and said
Yeah.
it was a mistake. And I was like, I set it at 60. And then she's had to bump it back up a couple of times. So that's a good problem to
That's
have,
right.
Heidi.
That's right. Set the goal high. I love that. I love that. Well, hey, any
I
last
think
shout outs?
just check it out, Ashley. You're actually really pushing close to 67,000 right now. You're on the edge. That doesn't count anything that people gave you today. So I think you're going to top, 67, which is, you guys are rock stars. You guys are bonfires, just like Mark said. You're just lighting a blaze down there. I love it.
I know we're not going to light a blaze. It's a little dry down here to be lighting a blaze, but yeah,
Only a metaphorical one. Only a
I
metaphorical.
love your bubble analogy. I just can't thank y'all enough for making this possible. And Tim, able to share it. We have it on the television up here, so we got to see Halloween speak, and it's just been an amazing thing that you help us unite us all in these different locations.
Absolutely. I love touring in the comfort of my own little basement studio down here. And I get to tour the whole US as well as parts of Canada, it appears. So this is a phenomenal day for
Wait,
me.
are you
Love
going
it.
on tour?
No, I
Are
wish.
you going on tour?
I wish.
Oh.
I wish. That'd
Well,
be great.
Put
That'd
it
be
on
great.
the list. Put it on
Yeah.
the list.
Yeah.
Well, Tim,
we will.
we made the world's biggest thank you card outside. I think, well, it's just big, whatever. We painted it and everybody's been signing it. And we are going to roll that sucker up and you're going to let you hang it in the back of your studio for a few weeks and see if we can thank the rest of the country
Yeah.
for all the donations that they did as well.
That
And
sounds
cover
awesome.
up some of that other football stuff. I don't know what the
Hey,
Steelers
hey,
are
hey,
back
hey,
there.
hey, come on now.
I don't know what that team is. Maybe a UT flag could go up there as
Oh
well.
man, get out of there. Get out.
No problem. Tim, thank you so much for having us. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Central Texas. Way to represent.
Right.
Guys
Wait,
are
wait,
awesome.
wait, line up. 3, Texas. 1, 2, 3, Texas.
Yes. Beautiful. Oh man, they win the energy award. Yeah.
Woo-hoo! I love it.
Y'all have a great time. We'll
You
leave a
too.
taco for
Guys.
you.
We-
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
We are ready to move our way to
Where we
St.
going?
Louis, Missouri. We're getting close to home. My friends just on the other side of the state for me. I'm bringing in Marcia, who is our
Marsha.
chapter and walk leader in St. Louis. And let's see if we can get her camera on. And she's here. Let's get her. We got volume, Marcia. Can you get your camera?
I don't know.
Best answer ever. I don't know.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. Hey, there they are. Hey, beautiful. What do we represent? St. Louis, right? St. Louis. How's it going, guys? Wow. Hi. How's it going, Marsha?
St. Louis chapter. Woo!
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Looking strong. Excellent. Excellent. You got some competition out there. We just talked to Central Texas and they were pretty loud. So what can St. Louis do? How can you top it?
3, 2, 1.
There you go. There you go. That's the energy. That's right. That's right. So Marsha, tell us a little bit about your walk and roll. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing out there.
We just finished our walk. It's a beautiful day here in Lake St. Louis. We're at Boulevard Park. Fun was had by all. We raised tons of money and we're all walking and rolling for one goal, and that's to find a cure for FSHD.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look at those walkers. That's excellent. Excellent.
And we're happy that we're able to do it together in person and gathered together.
It does make it a little more fun, doesn't it? When you can kind of have
more
people
fun.
gathering. Absolutely. So what else do you have in store besides the walk? You just got back. You got refreshments out there. What's on next?
We've got picture taking, lots of freebies to give away to our chapter members here. That's about it, though. Lots of food. Yes.
Lots of food. That's what I want to hear. Yeah, dude, I'm a total foodie. What are you guys cooking down there in St. Louis? What do you have? Oh, yeah.
And cute dogs.
Oh, look at the pup. That's great. Look at that. That's awesome. So what do you have next? What is your chapter going to have a chapter meeting coming up or anything else you want to plug before we bid you farewell?
Tim, I'm just lucky we got through this walk. So I'm thinking about that tomorrow. Okay?
That's good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Great job today, guys. Great job today. Thanks for supporting the cause. Marsha, awesome job. People look like they're having a blast. Way to survive the walk. Enjoy the food. And thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Go Missouri! I love my Missouri people.
That's right.
Bye. Great to see you.
Good seeing you.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh, so great. Okay, are you ready for this? I'm so excited.
Oh, yes.
Because
You got-
mixing it up a little bit.
What are you doing to me, Lee?
We're bringing in both Anna and Beth.
Oh, man.
Community
Hi
and
there.
team trifecta
Wow.
here right now.
Get this. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey, how are you guys?
Doing great. Doing
Good.
great.
So we have
Anna,
Anna
hi.
in
How are you? We're good. We're actually just finished and we're on our way to the after party celebration. How about you, Anna? What's going on down in Atlanta?
So we're just wrapping up. I'll show you guys around a little bit. We're in the Windwood Hollow Park here in Dunwoody in the greater Atlanta area. And we're also just wrapping up. We had some donuts for breakfast and some chicken sandwiches for lunch, but we're here on the playground. We've got a bunch of families enjoying some fun times. And then we've got our little pavilion over here where people are eating some lunch.
Oh my, it looks
It's a great day in
amazing.
Atlanta.
What
Yeah,
a
that
great
was
day.
Great. That was a great day. Great weather. Yeah, that looks like fun.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Can you believe, ladies, here's where we are from where we started just a few years ago and surviving 2 years of the pandemic. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it. Where are we at right now, Lee? How much?
We are over 561,000, not counting a dollar that's been turned in today.
That's
Wow.
amazing. 561,000, you guys.
Isn't that
That's
amazing?
amazing. It just makes my heart full, you guys. This is
So
great.
cumulative, I've got goosebumps. So if you add that to what we've raised since 2018, we're like at 1.9 million. We're almost 2 mil.
Almost
So
to 2 million. That's
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
amazing. Yeah, I'm just,
And that doesn't count any of the money that's still coming in or all the donations received at walks, around the
and
country.
we still have walks tomorrow too, Lee.
I
Yeah.
know. I know. I'm so excited. It's so
This
great.
is fantastic.
We are having such a party, checking in with people all across the country. It has been so fun to see the walkers behind them and see the energy in the parks and see people together again. And then see, we've got some little, pods of virtual walkers and some that walked before, some that are getting ready to. Like this has just been, I'm having a ball. I don't know about you, Tim, but
Yeah,
I'm having a ball.
amazing. Yeah, the energy from Central Texas all the way up to Ontario has just been unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's just been great. What an awesome
I have
community.
to brag a little bit, guys. So, Canadian walk and roll ever, right? And it was the very first walk here ever in general. We probably 100 people here today, and I am thoroughly, my heart is full of our Canadian team up here and our walk leader, Steve Johnston. And it was just a great day. And I'm blown away. I remember when we first started talking about this, he goes, what do you think we can expect for our first year? And I'm like, you know what? If you get a dozen people and, raise $10,000, it's a thumbs up. So it really just blew my mind today. It was really a great day. How about you, Anna? How many people do you think showed up down there?
Well, it's tough to tell because here in the Atlanta area, there were actually multiple walks. So here where I am, we had, I don't know, maybe a couple dozen people, but then there were also, there was another walk out in, I want to say Millwood, I don't know the area as well. So I hope I'm getting that right, with at least 35 people. And there was another walk in addition to that in another part of the city. So we tried to move to a hybrid format here to make sure that everybody was comfortable and able to access the areas where the walks were located. But that really worked out. And so, it's hard to say exactly until we get all of our check-in sheets back, but there were a ton of people in Georgia walking and rolling and working towards the cure.
I love this walk and roll your way model, right? We're really seeing it come to life today because we've got folks in front of their house. They're going to walk in their neighborhood. We've got the pop-ups all around the state in Atlanta. The same thing's happening in California, in Arizona, where people have just taken real ownership of the event and said, I'm going to coordinate a pop-up with my team and invite other people to come. Or it's just so great to see the personalities and the way everybody's embraced the event. And we've sort of turned this day into what I think it always is meant to be. It's just this huge party, right? It's just a celebration for all that we've done and everybody that's pitched in their little bit here and there at a time to get us to over $561,000, over $500,000 in year 2 of a pandemic. It's amazing.
Yeah, like
Woo-hoo! Fun.
crazy.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
great. Oh my gosh, it's great to see you guys. Minette's here from Idaho. She just joined the waiting room. So I'm going to let her come on in and show us what's happening there in the great state of Idaho. And you ladies travel safe, and we'll see you at the next.
Be well.
All
Tim
right.
and Lee, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for doing this today and hanging in there and zooming us all in and helping us all celebrate together. So thank you guys. You're the best.
Thank you.
Great day. And we'll see you on Monday.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, let's see if we can get Minette in here. I know they're doing pancakes, which who doesn't love pancakes?
I know.
In
I think we did
Idaho.
that last year.
Yeah, they did. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love that idea.
We got to figure out how to get pancakes to you.
No.
Every
Yes.
year we talk about these pancakes now, 2 years in a row, and we're still not getting
Sounds
pancakes.
good.
Something's wrong with that picture.
I know. I think they have like the custom syrup and stuff too.
All right, we had Minette. She's still
We
with
had
us.
her. I think
We had her. We lost her. We lost her.
we lost her video,
there.
but maybe her audio is there.
Yep. Let's give her a second to come in. So Minette was one of the wonderful, brave souls last year who still had a gathering. The numbers were really low in Idaho at that time last year, and first time chapter. And it was so great to bring people together. And I think we got her on audio. We just need to get her video going. I'm going to send her a little. It's so tricky
Hey,
when you're
Minette.
on your phone. The controls are all in a different place.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, sorry, I just had to figure out the volume situation.
that's okay. We're
No
glad
problem. No
you're here.
problem. Glad you're here. Yeah. What's going on in Idaho?
Okay, and
Yeah. Go ahead.
is there a way to flip me around so you can see everybody? Let's see. Or do I just need to turn it around for them?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Jacob here to help me.
We all need a little tech support.
There we go.
Okay, there we go. So I'm just gonna do a quick little
Yeah.
panorama. We're a small group today. I'm sure you're finding that the case with everybody, but we've had people like out with work and COVID and all sorts of stuff. But
That's an awesome
as
looking
you-
group. That's an awesome looking group.
It is. Yeah, that's a great looking group there, Manette. She go mute again.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that tattoo. That looks
Look
awesome.
at that. That is awesome. That is
Oh my
great work.
gosh.
Where's that? Oh man, FSHD. It says it's beautiful. It's in the right spot too. I like that. Dang it! I wanted to ask her about the pancakes.
I know. I want to ask her about. I want to go jump into that bounce house, that obstacle
Oh
course.
yeah,
Look,
I'm all
they got
about it.
man.
I might not be able to
look at
get out of it, but I'll go in
Bella
there.
on their pancakes. That's so awesome. This is we're just gonna narrate the video. There we go. Oh, good.
There she is. She's back.
She's back.
Oh,
She's
was
back.
I on mute?
Yeah,
on
you're
mute?
mute.
We're
You're on
narrating
mute.
for you, Manette. It was great.
Okay, when did I cut off?
Oh man, I don't know. All I know is that I wanted to ask you about your pancakes that you usually have. Did you
Okay.
have them again?
Okay, yeah, here it is. Sorry.
No way.
Did you get me? Did you hear about us being small but strong in Cassidy's
Yes.
arm?
Yep. I love
Okay.
the tattoo. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we have the bounce house here. And I'll just go over here to our sign. I'm kind of walking backwards, but
You're doing great. You're doing
anyway.
great.
Okay.
It looks
Let
great.
me flip around here. I might need Jacob to flip me around.
Sure.
Jacob, come flip me around.
This is awesome.
I
I
love
love
it.
this stuff.
So
I love
great.
this stuff.
Oh, we got it.
There we
There
go.
they are.
Sorry.
Hey guys. Hey. Oh,
Okay. Here's Jacob.
Hey
Hello,
Jacob. Thanks,
hello.
buddy. Thanks for the tech support.
Yep.
Yeah.
Always. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, it's just one of those days, like improvise. My husband couldn't be here today. He had a last minute work emergency. So we had kids manning the breakfast table and
Oh, nice.
but we're here and we're
You're
happy.
here.
So
Yep. And it looks like nice weather day there in Idaho. I have a good friend
It
that lives in
is.
the neck of the woods. Yeah, it looks beautiful there. I know he comments about the weather all the time, how it's phenomenal. Looks like you have a nice day today. What other stuff do you have in store for your walk after you guys
I
are
think
already
Idaho
done the
needs to
walk?
Take a vacation for a few
well,
minutes.
you can see right here we got our inflatable. And
Are
then we
you
are
on
gonna
that?
start our walk as soon as we're done here.
Nice.
So
nice.
I got to tell you, we had a little thing. I don't know if you heard about it, Tim.
Mm.
Just a little thing called the Idaho Talent Fest a
Oh,
couple
yeah.
of months back. So this is Manette did an amazing job. First time ever event. The Idaho Talent Fest was ridiculously awesome, and she's back doing the walk. And probably in about 5 minutes, have to start getting ready for the next Talent Fest.
The next Talent
2022.
Fest.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's keeping busy.
So
in
we
Idaho.
were pretty, I was pretty surprised. Like I was like, we're not doing the walk and roll. This Talent Fest is huge. And she's like, you know what, just do it. And, keep it small, but just do it. And I'm really glad we did. We are close to raising the same amount of money we did last year with
Wow.
minimal effort. We really didn't start promoting it till like 2.5 weeks before the event. And just hit it hard at that point. And we've raised $12,500. And I think we'll hit our goal of 15,000, which is what we made last year.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and that's not counting the thousands of dollars we earned on the Idaho Talent Fest a couple months ago. So so I'm excited. We had a lot of people support us. Kathy and Matt McCoy, they were our top fundraisers last year, and just amazingly even earned a couple $1,000s more than they did last year. So they they're awesome and stuff. So just grateful to, people like them and all of us little guys who make something big out of something small.
So you had a great event. Didn't quite know if you're going to do the walk and roll. You're glad you did. It's a lot of money that you're raising. You said minimum effort. So, I mean, this is like definitely something that can happen, right? I mean, this is something anybody can do. FSHD Society's office helps so much in making it like, here's your kit and just go. You find it
Oh,
that
yeah. They even had signs that showed up like at my doorstep. I'm like, what are these? And these great big signs that came. So it was awesome. But yeah, you just never know. Like my one brother, he lives in Utah, but he just took like 5 minutes of his time to get registered, and he did one post on social media with a picture of my father who has FSH, muscular dystrophy, and he just said, hey, if you feel so inclined to donate and that you're in the position, please do so. For that one post, he raised $700. That's it. 5 minutes of his time and one picture posted. So I just think you just never know who's looking and watching and to being touched, and just little things like that can be huge. So
absolutely.
That's amazing. Little by little, it all adds up to a lot. And it's exciting, and we just love it. I'm so glad you're here. Next year, we got to figure out how to get Tim some pancakes, but you know.
Eat some pancakes, Minette.
Oh, well, it just needs to be part of the, like, everybody's walk and roll.
Right.
The pancakes. It's really not that hard.
right. It's not, but it's great. That's awesome.
I know you guys want to get walking.
Yeah, you're going to get walking now?
We appreciate you guys, Tim and Lee, for all that you do. So it's great to see you, and thank you for checking in on us.
Absolutely. Have fun on your walk. Enjoy the day.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Wow. They got it going on. Man, that's awesome. It's like power in small numbers, right, Lee? It's power in small numbers. Doesn't really matter
absolutely.
the number. Doesn't really matter.
I know.
I mean, I kind of did the same thing. I created that, walk team. It's so easy.
Right.
I mean, you and I talked with Max for that interview we had about the walk and roll. That night, I'm just like, it was in my head. I was like, oh, I'll just start doing it. I literally just sat there on my little recliner and a couple minutes later, I had the picture up. I already had it posted. I was like, this is simple.
Right.
Then I spread that link to my mother, who of course is like Miss Email King. So she takes the link, puts the story on, a couple pictures, whoop, all of a sudden over the next like 7 days, I'm getting donation for 100, donation for 250. I was like, oh my gosh. You just like she said, you send it to one person and just whoop, all of a sudden, it just gets in front of the right eyes, and there you go. There you go.
Yeah, there's some great power in having a reason to tell your story and to help people understand a little more about FSHD in such a helpful way, right? So some people get a little hung up on fundraising, or it makes them uncomfortable. And my whole thing is, don't think of it like that. Think about it as you're educating people on something that really is important to you. And it gives you a great opportunity to do that. And then you're inviting people into this great opportunity to say, pitch in what you can, because together we make a real difference, and it's about all the little bits and everything coming together. And the amazing thing is how just that little by little by little, it adds up to such a big difference. And, we heard earlier in the video from Columbus, Scott Harper talking about his very first grant ever as a researcher was $10,000 from the FSHD Society.
That's right.
And flash forward, and now he's got a therapy that's going into clinical trial that all started with that seed grant. And that's possible because the FSHD Society is here to fund those seed grants and to get researchers in the field, as well as everything else that we do, because we fund those grants, but so much more to move research forward. But we couldn't do that without everybody supporting us and pitching in, and it's very exciting. We're close, right? We know what we know. We got to turn off ducks for. There's lots of research that's happening that's very exciting, and every little bit adds up. That next $5-10 donation could be the one that puts us over the top and leads us to that first treatment or a cure. And it's so everybody can be a part of that, which is pretty stinking awesome, right?
It is, because it's just that easy. And then when you hear, oh, there's a cure for this, you were a part, you had a piece of it.
That's right.
And fshtsociety.org/walk and roll, right? Or walk roll.
Walk roll. Just walk roll. Yep.
Just
That'll
walk
get you
roll.
there.
And that'll get you there. So you feel inspired, right? Just off of that. Just
absolutely
donate. There's still time. The number you had was 561,000, but that was before anything really happened
from today. Yeah. So
and
people
donations
are
today.
turning in money in parks and locations across the country. We know people are still giving online. So I know that number's gone up. So that's not the final number. And still an opportunity for people to pitch in. So one of our flagship events is the Colorado Walk and Roll. Before this became a national campaign, they were walking and rolling every year in Colorado, and that was last weekend. So through the magic of technology, Beth, who was just in her car in Canada, now we're going to hear from her in Colorado. So let's roll tape, shall we?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ann Babcock, and I'm here with my husband, Jeff Babcock.
Hello.
And we are also with the wonderful Beth Johnston, and we're just having a conversation together. We thought we'd let you join in.
Yes.
Beth?
How about a little walk debrief? I'm so excited. Our walk and roll in Colorado was absolutely amazing, Anne, and your leadership was just fantastic. Our walk was Sunday, September the 12th. We are this close to reaching our goal of $50,000, woo, which is so amazing. But Anne, tell me this, what inspired you to lead the walk and roll here in Colorado?
Oh, what did I do? Technical error.
This close to somebody, and I just felt in my heart that it was something that I really wanted to do.
Awesome. Well, thank you for stepping up. We appreciate your leadership very much. So tell me this. So last year was kind of in 2020 was your first official year being the walk leader, but we really didn't get to have an in-person cool event. But this year we had a crazy event. So this was your first year leading an in-person event. What would you say to somebody out there that is thinking about leading a walk and roll in their area?
Oh my gosh, do it, do it, do it, do it. It was without a doubt one of the best things I've ever done. And I would say for both of us, we had such a great time. Yes, it's a blast. We have a fabulous group of people that met and helped plan and put everything together. So it was teamwork makes the dream work, and it was fabulous. So yes, do it.
Oh, awesome. Well, tell me a little bit more about this planning support team that you had.
Yeah, so I stepped in, and we had a wonderful group of people who had worked with Katie. And so we would meet early on, maybe every couple of months, and then ended up every month, and then, closer to the walk a little more. But yeah, we just worked through things and talked about it, and great support system. Day of, many hands made light work. So super group of people that we had helping out in Colorado.
I have to agree with you. Being part of that awesome committee is really just wonderful. It's just a wonderful experience. So Jeff, I want to ask you, what was your favorite part of the day on Sunday?
Well, it was really neat because we teamed up with the company I work with, Johns Manville, and we formed a team. JM Stars are making tracks, and seeing all the folks from work, from some from downtown. I'm on a remote location, and just seeing the support. I mean, people I didn't even know would come out and they would talk about it and they would learn about it. So it's a great way to get the message out. And they came, there's music, prizes, food, beautiful day, beautiful people. And she took the baton and she ran with it. She got the gold medal this year. It was so cool.
I agree. It was an amazing day all around. I can't wait for next year, Anne. And yes. I just want to personally thank you guys, both of you, for all of your support, your leadership, and for just making the Colorado Walk and Roll to Cure FSHD one of the most memorable events anybody has ever been to. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you, and have a blast at the virtual event.
We are live from the Colorado Walk and Roll. Everyone has started walking. It's going to be such a fun walk. We have so much support. We have cheerleaders, and they're off. They're off on their walk and roll. And afterwards, a pancake breakfast.
Lee, they had pancakes.
I know. It's just another one with pancakes. You and I gotta plan ahead and have pancakes next time,
Well,
man.
I know the two I'm going to is Colorado, and then I'm going to Idaho. So we'll just we'll have to do it.
Okay, we got
remotely.
Utah all ready to come in. Let's bring in Allison and just keep the party going. This is so awesome. All right, I think she might have been getting her face painted. It is a true family affair out there.
It is.
They do an amazing job. It looks so much fun.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Awesome. Yeah,
Oh,
you're
look at
on
Quentin's
live.
face, David.
Look at that.
Quentin, can you say hi?
Here.
Quentin.
Awesome. How's it going out there in Utah?
Look, man.
Ooh.
Great, Tim. Thanks for calling in. I just got my face painted. What do you think?
I think it looks great. I think it looks great.
Thank you. But you
That
know
looks
what I
amazing.
did? The Utah Walk and Roll is, we're wrapping up here. We like have cleanup crew. Look at that. We're like almost all the way cleaned up.
Wow.
There's Allie. So
So how
even-
was it? How was it?
It was amazing, even though it rained. The
Oh.
rain kind of stopped right before we were supposed to do our walk. So we put out all our signs that were the ones that shouldn't get rained on. We did our walk. We raised a lot of money. We had great prize drawings and a silent auction, tons of food. You can see we still have our signs up.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And you know, I kind of thought our turnout would be bad because of the rain, but I honestly think pretty much everyone who was planning on coming came. So we
Wow.
were so happy. So
That's
happy.
awesome.
We just set up in the rain and then we had beautiful not rain.
That's beautiful. That's great. That sounds like you had face painting. What other stuff was offered to everybody?
Yeah, face painting, balloons. Mom, come here. And lots of kids. See, like we have
Lots of
these kids.
kids.
You want to show them your face too?
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's bad stuff right now. That
We
is
had
bad.
lots of kids carnival games where they could win prizes.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else we did. Great music, which was super fun. We love the playlist. The walk and roll playlist is so
Oh,
fun. I'm going to start using it for my workouts. It'll keep me walking.
It'll keep you going, keeps you motivated. Put your mind in the
Exactly.
right place. What else? You want to thank maybe any sponsors or any teams that?
Absolutely. We were so lucky to have great sponsors. Our biggest sponsor was Anson Calder, which I have great ties to, as you know, as one of the co-founders.
Yes.
But Anson Calder donated $1,000 and a lot of great gift cards that people bid on in the silent auction and also won in prize drawings. And then we had some other companies who donated prizes for us. Roan donated gift cards. They're a great men's athleisure apparel site. I definitely recommend you check out their website, Roan. And then next were 2 local restaurants that donated. Grub Steak, which is in Park City. People come out of town from Park City, go there. They have great steaks. And then Market Street Grill, which is one of my favorite restaurants in all of Utah. And then Chuckarama, our family total favorite, donated gift cards as well. And then last but not least, excuse me, Cotopaxi donated tons of great gear, backpacks and water bottles. The silent auction was like the best thing we could have done. People were so happy to give because guess what? You give $50 for a $50 backpack. You get to take the backpack home and feel like you did some good. So it was really awesome.
And I love the theme that you have a backpack at a walk and roll event. That's good.
Yes,
I mean,
and water bottles too. We need them, right?
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
So what else is in store? Do you guys have anything you want to plug for your chapter? Any meetings coming up that you want people to know about or anything?
We don't have any planned yet, but our next meeting is going to be in the fall. So make sure you're on our email list so you come. Today we had some new families that haven't come to events before, so our chapter is growing. We need you. We need all of you. We're really excited that, you know, we don't know what COVID's going to be like in the fall, so we might end up doing a virtual one like we did last year. But it was actually one of our best turnouts. We had a physical therapy presentation from the University of Utah. But I'm thinking what we're going to do is actually have UPenn, which is the University of Utah. Sorry, I'm like losing my voice. I'm getting hoarse. I'm so excited.
Oh, no.
But they're the Department of Inherited Neuromuscular Disorders. And they're, as you know, spearheading that great research study that started back in the 40s. Dr. Butterfield is picking it up and continuing to roll forward with it. So I'm thinking we're going to have him present on some stuff that they learned. I actually got to go visit the lab last month and I got to see the DNA being processed. It was so cool. Way over my head as they're talking about all these nano whatever things that I don't get. But it's pretty awesome. I wrote the article for the FSHD Advocate a few months ago. But yeah, there's more progress making on that. So I'm excited to share more with that.
Beautiful. So get on the mailing list and everybody will know if it's virtual or not, who's going to be a part of it.
Exactly.
Allison, thanks for coming on board with us today, all the way from Utah. Sounds like you had a great and fun event despite the rain.
Absolutely.
It was on your side today. So excellent. Thanks, Allison.
Thanks so much, Tim.
Thanks, Allison. Great to see you.
See ya.
Oh, and incidentally, y'all get a Anson Calder wallet. I have one and have had it for years. It
They're
is
amazing. Their products are
great product. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm so excited. We have June Kinoshita. So she's on our staff. Lots of you, I think, probably know June. She's helping out over at the Arizona Walk and Roll. We're going to hear from Allie later, but June's going to jump on with us right now and just
Be part of her. There she
tell us
is.
what's going on. Does she know we're ready?
Oh no.
She's talking to somebody.
She's rocking out though, I think. She might have some
Something's going
music
on.
playing there. There she goes. There she goes.
Oh my gosh, June looks adorable in a hat. That is,
I like the glasses. Yeah.
Hey June. Oh wait, we lost her. No,
Oh
wait.
no. There was a camera. She took offense that you said that with the hat. Then she probably said, "I better
That's
take it off."
adorable. We need that video back. Technical difficulties.
Always.
Even if you can hear us, turn back on your camera. Let me see if I can send her a text here and see if we can get her back on.
Either way.
Either way,
that might be worth it right there, right? Just to see her in the cap.
Peek. And oh, we got sound. And
There
we
it
got
is.
video. Yay!
There's the beautiful scenery back there. Wow. Hi, June. How's it going?
Hey, Tim. Everything's beautiful here in Tucson, Arizona. You can see we're gearing up behind us. We've got the banners up. We've got the music going. We got the T-shirts out there. So, beautiful day.
Looks like a beautiful day out there. That's awesome. I mean, you're right in the thick of it here. I mean, you're out there in the community here. We're talking about patient engagement, community engagement. You're out there amongst the people. Tell us about the energy out there in Arizona.
Well, we haven't started yet, so it'll be picking up soon. But I think amongst the organizers here, big shout out to Allie, Rowitz, and Sam, and all of their aunts and cousins and friends are here helping set up. So they're really stoked. This is the first time they're doing a walk and roll in Tucson. So,
and we're going to talk with Allie later too. So I think we're going to do another check-in in Arizona later on. And so we'll be able to see some more in the thick of it, which is awesome. One of the things I want to talk to you a little bit about today, June, is the importance of patient engagement, not just through the walk and roll, but through all the stuff that we do. We know that's something you are hyper focused on and lead a lot of our efforts on. So let the folks that are watching today know a little bit about why it's so important we need them involved.
Gosh, there's so many reasons. So no secret, FSHD is a rare disease. So people haven't heard about it, and it's not real to them unless they hear from people who are living with it. So any way you can give voice to your situation, your experience, you share your story, you write to your congressperson, you share a little bit about your situation over social media, or you tell your local paper, all of these things that you do help to raise awareness and make people realize there's a problem, there's a disease that needs to be fixed, and that, people need to put resources to it. And also, of course, I'm very involved with the research side of this, and it's the same thing. FSHD is, for better or worse, only humans get it. And the gene that's involved, the whole thing around it is, you can't, you don't have mice or rats or dogs that have FSHD. So the only way we're going to understand this and develop treatments is when people step up to volunteer, donate DNA or just donate their time to go into a research study and have them measure and understand how this disease develops over time. All of those are absolutely critical. We could not develop treatments without all the volunteers who have stepped up to do these types of studies. And there are going to be more coming up. So, and I just want everybody to know that, every person is so precious to us in this community. And so every single person who volunteers for something is really moving the needle. You're not just a teeny drop in the ocean. You are a big boulder in a small pond making a big splash.
That's a great analogy. I love that one. So that really then goes to show how important then these walk and roll events are, right?
Yep. It raises awareness, but also, I think when people, it's so easy when you have this condition, first of all, probably you never heard of it unless your family has it. And then you feel completely alone. You go I never heard of it. I don't know another human soul that has this. Well, these walk and rolls, you're going to meet people, other families who've been in the situation. So just people getting together is really powerful. And then people getting together around the same purpose, whether it's to raise money. And she's we are knocking it out of the park, folks. We've already raised well over $500,000. I think Lee has a more recent number just earlier this week. And we haven't even begun. This is the big weekend. So, you know, keep those, you know, tweets and everything going out to your friends, because, you know, it's your friends who care about you, and you are the one, you know, you are the one that can move them to help take action. But anyway, I've gone off on a little.
Perfectly said, June. Perfectly stated.
Yeah. Well, thanks,
I
June,
love
for
it.
taking some time and joining us and letting us know how important it is for all of us to stay engaged, not just today, but the days to follow. Enjoy the beautiful weather there. Enjoy the event.
Okay. And I want to, you know, just quickly, I've been with the society for just over 9 years. When we started, you know, I joined because I saw the science. I said, this is a treatable disease, but we have so much work to do to build the community and gather this kind of sense of unified purpose and move the researchers to focus their energy. And boy, you guys all out there, you made this happen. So right now we have, you know, the Fulcrum clinical trial. They're going to the FDA to see if they can speed up getting that losmapimod on the market. We have 4 drug companies that are planning clinical trials in the next year. Sorry. And none of this could have happened without you. So don't forget that. What you do matters.
That's awesome. So awesome. Thank you, June.
Thanks, June. Well said.
Thanks, everybody. Hey, everybody want to wave it?
All right, we'll check in with Arizona here in a little bit. When you get rolling, I got Jacob in Minnesota ready to come in, and we're just going to keep this party going. Thanks, June.
Okay, see ya. Bye.
Bye. June Kinoshita. Awesome. Out there in
So
Arizona.
great.
Looks nice.
So I'm going to bring Jacob in. So his walk is actually tomorrow. And the
Yeah.
great news is I got a suitcase right over here that's packed. And as soon as we wrap up here today, I'm going to hop on a plane and fly out to Minnesota. And I have the great pleasure of being able to enjoy the walk and roll in Minnesota tomorrow. The forecast looks great. And Jacob, Jake has done a ridiculously awesome job first time walk. So I'm going to get out of here and let you guys talk about it.
All the way in Minnesota. We went from Arizona to Minnesota, Arizona to Minnesota, Jacob. So welcome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for telling us a little about your walk and roll event coming up tomorrow. How excited are you?
Yeah, we're pretty excited here. So thanks for having me. So we launched our Minnesota chapter back in April of this year. So actually this walk and roll will be our first in-person event for our chapter. So that's pretty exciting to have the opportunity to go out and meet people and put a face with all the names. And yeah, it'll be good to get out there and talk with people. So
what's the expectation of turnout? Do you know about how many people are
looking? I'm expecting somewhere between 50 to 75 people. So we'll have a pretty solid turnout.
A strong number. Yeah, that's a huge turnout, and looks like weather's promising. I'm in Wisconsin, so I know it's a nice day here. We're forecasting for good weather. Most times the weather you had, I'm getting next. So I'm assuming weather looks good for your area. So that's
it's going to be probably hotter than most people will like. I think they're talking about low 90s, so that might be a little bit warm.
Yeah, yeah. Especially for there. So you just started in April. How courageous, starting in the middle of this pandemic and having the growth you've had so far. Tell us a little bit about maybe how that all started for you there in Minnesota. What was kind of the seed that planted it all?
Sure. So I was diagnosed back in 2001 with FSHD myself. And I'd kind of kept my finger on the pulse of the research and what had been going on, and had been in touch with the University of Minnesota here for some studies and things like that. And out of the blue, I got an email from the FSHD Society saying that somebody at the university had passed my name along and said, hey, they're looking to open a chapter here. Would you be interested in the director position? And I said, heck yeah, let's get this thing going. And it's time to get active and, see what we can do to help the cause here. So that's kind of where it all started. So.
Excellent. Yeah. And Thank you for doing that, representing that state, that area. Then what was the turnout from there once you kind of let everybody know, hey, we exist, we're here, and how did that start with the first interest in the group?
So I would say that the groundwork had already been put in place for me. We had a unofficial chapter, I would say. So we had a good base of people that were already, registered with the FSHD Society and a fairly decent community. But I think we just needed somebody to get it organized and say, okay, I'll take it on. And I guess I was the lucky guy that that's stepped up for that. So far so good. And yeah, it's exciting. For the event tomorrow, we've got over $27,000 raised so far, and I think 240 individual donations. So that's pretty awesome, and yeah, we're excited to, keep the ball rolling and keep the momentum going here for research and finding a cure for this disease.
So we're excited for you to have your big event tomorrow. Thanks for doing that. I know we want to hear more about it. Maybe we'll have to have you on an upcoming podcast episode, maybe how to build a chapter and and have your walk and roll be one of your first big events, right? And deal with that stress. Maybe that's what we'll key in on for you.
Oh, there you go. I got pretty lucky. I think we've got some really good people here in the community, and they've been really active, and yeah, it's been great.
Excellent. Well, thanks again, Jacob, for joining us. We wish you the best of luck in your event tomorrow.
I'll see you tonight, Jake.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see you later. Have a good one.
Wait.
Thanks, guys, for having me.
You bet.
Bye.
Wow.
So we have a message from Jim Albert, who's out in Mid-Atlantic, that he sent in via the magic of video. So hang on, let me run that real quick. We'll hear from Jim.
Sounds good.
Hi, this is Jim in Carroll County, Maryland. I'm getting ready to go for my walk. Each year we get closer to a solution for FSHD, and with your support we'll get even closer this year. Thank you for your generosity.
Short and sweet. I love it.
Sweet. I like it, man.
I love it. I'm
Yep.
so excited about what he's got his walking stick. He's ready.
I know.
Beautiful
the walking
there.
stick is nice. Yeah, and the
So
beautiful
great.
background.
So, every year we're very lucky that we get Max Adler, who is our national walk and roll ambassador. He's a rock star. You've met with him a million times. We just did a radio
great.
show on him a couple weeks ago. If you guys missed it, go back and watch it. It was such a fun show to do on the podcast. And he can't be here today because he's got a big family event. I think he's got a brother getting married. First time the whole family's been together in a very long time. But through the magic of technology, we have an interview with him, and we're going to roll that and let everybody hear from Max today. Or not, because that's the wrong video. Hang on, we're going to get there.
All right,
We're going to get there. Here we go.
Welcome to this little segment here with our walk ambassador. It's Max Adler, the one and only. He is with us again on this walk and roll day. Thanks, Max, for spending some time with us and being the walk ambassador. How awesome is that again?
Well, hi, Tim. Thank you for being here on this very, very special day that I like to call the Super Bowl for the FSHD Society.
That's right.
Big event, right? The annual, all eyes are on us, on all the walk and rolls, on the live stream, on the hashtags, on the money being raised. Laboratories are watching, doctors are watching, researchers are watching. I mean, this is our big day. And I'm proud and honored to be the ambassador. I'm sure many know, but for those who don't, my mom and my grandma both had FSHD, and I watched what it did to them and how their bodies kind of deteriorated rapidly, and the body kind of betrayed the mind. I found that they had a very isolated experience, and that no one around the community really knew what it was, what they were going through, how to fix it. Doctors really weren't sure on what they could do. It's just a scary, it was a big unknown then. There's still, unknowns now as far as will there be a treatment or a cure or when. But the thing is, now, as you're aware of, with this positive, the Fulcrum's phase 2B trials, having these positive, amazing results, think more people are getting on board. I think three more researchers are hopping on 2022 the train to find a treatment and a cure. So yeah, it's kind of just my job, I guess, and my duty and my honor and privilege to spread the word via social media using the platform that I have, and to all my friends and family, and just say, hey, we're super close to finding a treatment and a cure. There's a community here for you. There's a passionate, amazing, ambitious staff and volunteers that are making this walk and roll happen despite the pandemic, the second gigantic event during a pandemic. There's events happening in different states, an event happening in Canada. You can share on social media. Thank you, Calgary. So yes, so I am the ambassador, and I am excited to be the ambassador, excited to be here with you yet again, and thankful to the FSHD Society and everyone who's already contributed and donated and become team captains and helped organize, as well as everyone else who is about to hopefully become involved and donate and join the events. So yes.
Now, what is the society? Because you've been here for like quite a while. So involved with the society, and what does that evolution look like from your point of view, from where it was to where it is now? Right, second walk and roll event that's kind of virtual, and we're also doing face to face. I mean, it's the growth. Love to
exponentially gigantic and humongous. I mean, the thing is, I can't even compare. Last year was just an anomaly of a year, obviously, that I'm just so impressed with the FSHD Society, and not just saying like, well, let's just chalk it up to a crazy year and wild times and the pandemic, and see in 2021 like nothing's going to happen this year, let's call it off. They immediately went into like, all right, put the thinking caps on, let's get on a Zoom. How are we going to do this? How's it going to work? Who are we involving? How are they involved? And it was like, to me, bigger and better, because there are little, walk and rolls of 25 people here, 30 people there, different cities and states. But to have you do the show, a 4-hour show across all, time zones across the country, and to see groups of people in, New York and Chicago and Boston and then LA and Colorado, and everyone at the same day is out and about and raising awareness and raising money so that we can all achieve the goals we want. Of raising awareness and getting to a treatment or cure, was really powerful. I mean, that was a pretty gigantic thing to accomplish and pull off with flying colors, to bring in over $500,000, and then to do it again this year, plus also doing some events in person. There's like 29 events plus the live stream, plus all the hashtags is incredible. But I mean, taking it even further, I think I called them, joined around 2010, like a decade ago. And I was just like, here's who I am. I'm on the show Glee. I know about FSHD because my family, what can I do to help? And this was like when Twitter was kind of just starting. There was no Instagram. I was probably still on MySpace or something. The outreach was much different. It felt a lot harder to get the word out. I don't think the volunteers or the staff was as big and powerful really as it is now. The strength in numbers has been incredible. And the fact that 10 years ago, I was like, wow, 2025, maybe, way in the future. And 2020 is maybe we'll find a cure. Oh, wow, I'll be in my 30s, but it seemed so far off.
Yeah.
And damn, time flies. But now I'm an old man. But now that we're literally Fulcrum, thanks to them for being sponsors, but Fulcrum is now getting these positive results from the phase 2B trials. And the FDA could possibly approve a treatment, and that other people are wanting to get involved, is really amazing. Because I'm like, oh, 2025 is right around the corner. And you're telling me we could be the world could be rid of this disease in the next few years, and this could be a thing of the past because of these efforts, because of the walk and roll, because of the money being raised that goes towards the research, because eyeballs are on these laboratories. There's a pressure from this kind of unified, passionate base of this community. Thanks to people like you and the staff and the volunteers for organizing it. I think massive change is happening and is going to keep happening. So that's the difference. I feel like it's gone from kind of one day, like a hope or a dream to like, oh no, like we're making waves. Like there's changes happening. We feel it. We're seeing the results, and like keep going because we are so close. And like everything we're doing is directly now correlating to real life change and treatments. So go us.
Right. Like our force has become a lot bigger with a lot of your help, that push, that call in 2010. And, I mean, you were all in then, you're all in now.
Yeah, I want to see it through to the end.
Absolutely. Now I know we're doing this pre-recording because you are spending some time with some family on the walk and roll day. Tell us a little bit about that, and how you'll be spending this time. I guess people are watching it on the walk and roll day. So what are you doing right now, maybe with your family, as silly as that question
Probably
sounds?
trying to wrangle my 17-month-old son Dylan from somewhere in Brooklyn and get him back into the stroller so we can take him home for a nap. No, but yeah, so I'm going to New York to see family I haven't seen in a long time, to go to a house up in a city called Bayside, where a lot of my family is from. The house is getting sold this year, so it's the last time to see this house and be together as a family there. So it's really important. And so, yeah, that happened to coincide, and now we're all going to be together, with my dad, with my brother, with all of our significant others, my son, on this day that was, initially just a dream call 10 years ago of like, oh, I want to do something to honor mom and grandma and hopefully make a difference one day. And now there's like this, international event that I'm a part of that's raising $500,000, we hope, that, there's thousands of people involved and, aware. It's a very, very emotional thing. It's a very exciting thing. And it's going to be pretty, I'm sure, I think there'll be some tears shed because we'll talk about mom and talk about grandma and know that so many people are out there going through the same thing, that there's a community, that we're not alone, and that hopefully nobody else will have to go through this, starting in a couple of years from now, because of all the work that we've been putting in up to now.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you started your own team too, right? Team Max.
Yes.
Yeah.
Team Mighty Max.
Yeah,
A little
Mighty Max,
alliteration
that's
never
right.
hurt anyone. Team Mighty Max is for anyone out there listening who's maybe internationally out there outside of America or in America, and maybe there isn't an event around you, or you don't want to go, you don't feel as comfortable being with a group of people, fine, but you can join, go to my Instagram or my Twitter, which is Mr_Max_Adler. The link is in the bio. You can click on that and basically just join my team and be a part of this virtual team. Whether you can give $5 or $10, whether you can spread this to all your friends, family, coworkers, have them give $5 or $10. If 10 people give $10, it's $100, and it adds up really quickly. The money goes to finding the research. You could be a part of all the pictures and the hashtags, even if you just want to walk by yourself or walk with a friend or your dog or whatever you want. But there's a way to be a part of it without having to go to an event, a couple hours away or in your city, by joining my team. So yeah, we'd love to have you. Come on. And there's a little bit of a friendly competition going on, and I kind of want to win. So please join.
Please join and help the team Mighty Max win this competition, this walk and roll. That's awesome.
But I will say, you might have this off the top of your head because I don't want to butcher it or mislead people. But, for my team, yes, go to my social media, click that. But if you don't want to join my team, or for people who are looking for events by them, do you, Tim, happen to know what the website is, where they would go to register?
Yeah, I think they're just going to FSHDsociety.org, and then they're what?
/ walk roll.
Walk roll. Yeah, walk and roll.
Okay.
I believe. Or just way to finish that. Yeah. Or just go to FSHDsociety.org. I think it's going to be all on that front homepage.
There'll be links there. Right. So, but join one way or the other, please. And spreading the word is massive because I think the more people that are aware of this disease, of what's happening, how many people there are, this groundswell, I think is getting the attention of multiple researchers and laboratories, and it's just going to get us closer. They're like, oh, okay, eyeballs are on us. There's some pressure here. Like let's get something going, and then they compete to being the one that finds the cure, which we want them to. So the more people that we get, and the more great big donations are awesome. But like I said, if you can just go to 5-10 people have them each give $5-10, go to 5-10 of their friends. It's going to be a massive, massive difference within a matter of days. So
it's like the $5 challenge, right? Like you say, I donated $5 or $10 to FSHD site, and then you know, challenge your friends. Like, I challenge you to donate, you know, 5 or 10, and it just spreads. Exactly. I like
and
that.
then they're a part of maybe finding a cure that'll help
Yeah.
you know, 1 million people in the world with $10 on this one day in September. But they're a part of changing so many people's lives for the better. And like Lee Reynolds, our great Lee Reynolds has said that, you know, you go to sleep at the end of the day, you put your head down and you know that you made the world a better place. So I know money can be tight, but even if you don't have the money, if you can spread it and send it to people that might be able to donate, if you can just, you know, walk or roll around the park with a sign, or, you know, raise awareness, or literally go onto social media. Not just any sign, Tim. No, there's signs. There's signs you can print out from the FSHD website about I walk and roll for.
Right.
And you write whoever you want. Or you know, if you want to do a Steelers sign, sure. But at least you're there.
Add
For the
FSHD on there. Yeah.
Right. Just write it somewhere. Or, you know, I think the hashtags are like international FSHD walk and roll.
FSHD.
Hashtag Cure FSHD.
Yeah. Hashtag Cure FSHD. Yep.
And what was the other one? Sorry.
Hashtag international FSHD walk and roll.
Right. So even if they can do that, even if whoever's listening, if you can just put that in the hashtags, that makes a huge, huge difference in spreading the word, in raising awareness. And again, in these researchers and laboratories seeing like, okay, there's 500,000 posts, let's get to work, you know, it does make a difference. So.
Absolutely. And thank you for making a difference, Max, and joining us today on this great walk and roll event day. I know you're spending time with your family, so thanks for carving some time out to still reach out to this community that's walking hard and rolling along and fundraising and doing all these great things. And it's all because, in part, because of your involvement as well, of course, being our walk ambassador. So thank you very much.
Just glad to be a part of the community. Thank you, Tim, and thanks to everyone out there making the world a better place. So yeah, on behalf of me and my family, and wherever my baby might be at this moment, thank you for changing the world and for giving us all hope.
Nice.
Awesome. We are ready to bring in Mark Chrisman from Western PA. He's got a really cool alternative to the walk and roll that he's planning, a little thing called the drum and roll. And I'm going to let Mark tell you all about it.
Hey, Mark, how's it going? Good to see you, man.
Here.
Oh, we muted.
How's it going, Mark?
Can he hear us?
Not sure. I know, yeah, he's has that event. I'm not sure if he Mark, can you hear us?
Yeah,
Hi,
can you
Mark.
hear me now?
Yes.
Oh,
Coming
cool.
in loud and clear. So you have a big event coming up in November, the drum and roll.
Yes, I do. Although before I talk about that, I wanted to say I
Sure.
really like that terrible towel behind you there. Since
Thank you.
I'm coming live from Pittsburgh.
That's right, baby. Representing. Yep.
Yep. So we are on November 6th. We're having a drum and roll, which is it's a twist on the walk and roll. So the fundraising is all the same, but the fundraisers, instead of walking, I have the opportunity to participate in a West African dance choreographed by a West African drum and dance ensemble. So we have a performance by the Yamusa Kamara drum and dance ensemble. So Yamusa, he taught African dance at Yale for 10 years. He's toured the country. Currently in Pittsburgh. He teaches African dance at Carnegie Mellon University and Boynton Park University, and is the director of the African Music and Dance Ensemble at the University of Pittsburgh. So that's going to be a really almost like it's going to be a celebration event, but the fundraisers are going out to get pledges to allow them to attend the event and participate in a West African dance.
That's awesome. Wow, that is an amazing event. Very, very unique. Yeah, with the title of it, I'm glad you explained it, because like immediately I visualized like a drum line or something like that.
No.
Doing twists and within the dancing. That's amazing. Where can people find out more about it if they want to attend or just learn more about when it is exactly?
So we have the website, just similar to the Walk and Roll websites. It's p2p.onecause.com/drum and roll. We also have, so just as another thing I want to talk about is, well, if people who attend the event and anyone that attends the event is entered into a raffle to win a genuine djembe drum from West Africa. But we've also have we're really lucky to get a wonderful sponsor for our events, Trib Total Media, which donated $10,000 to our cause.
Wow.
And Trib Total Media publishes daily and weekly newspapers in Western Pennsylvania, and it is the most visited news website in Western Pennsylvania. So in addition to that, Jennifer Bertetto, who's the chairman or is the president and CEO of Trib Total Media, is leading a Trib team, and they just did an article that they published yesterday in the newspaper and on their website on our event, and they're going to continue to publicize it. So anyone who went on triblive.com and searched my name will find that great Mark Christman will find that great article on our event.
That is awesome. Wow, what amazing support.
Yes.
Great sponsorship there. Way to go. Nice job. Nice job, Mark. So beyond that event, I know you guys have had probably some chapter meetings and those kinds of things as well. Is there any of those events coming in store too that you want to plug?
Yeah, so we haven't met in person since the pandemic, and we are having our first meeting and now I forget the day, but at the beginning of October, we have an in-person meeting at the West End Overlook in Pittsburgh, which place has a fantastic view of where the point in Pittsburgh where the Allegheny and Monongahela meet to form the Ohio. That's October 3rd.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
October 3rd. You can check that out too. That is before the big drum and roll event, which is November 6th. That Mark was just talking about. Sounds like a lot of good things working there. And Trib Total Media is one of your main sponsors. I want to say a special thank you to them as well. Thanks for bringing that up. So visit their site as well.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mark, for joining us today.
Sure.
And spending time with us and telling us about your unique roll event with more drum than walk in it. I like it though. I like it a lot, and everything you do for our community.
Okay. Well, thank you,
Mark Christman. That is beautiful. Thank you, Mark. So yeah, man, that is amazing to have that kind of event and that sponsorship. $10,000.
I know, it's amazing. I want to go. I think a drum circle event sounds amazingly awesome.
Yeah. Don't ask me to dance in it, but I will totally watch.
I don't know that anybody wants to watch me dance in it, but I would enjoy it. I'd do it anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think maybe we make that part of the donate. And then some of the FSHD Society people will join into the dance. Maybe that'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know. They might donate to make me stop dancing if you listen to my daughter. My
No,
daughter's a 15-year dance veteran. She doesn't like it when I try to cut a rug.
No, I probably not. Probably not. She's probably like, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing, Mom? What are you doing?
Oh my God.
So I know that I don't like to think about the fact that you have a life beyond us, Tim, because we just want to apparently own all of you. But I do know that you do things besides just the radio show and the podcast for us. And although many may think it a bait and switch, I got to close out the show.
You do. Yeah. I'm asking you.
I
asked you to pass the baton. I was like, oh, I hated to ask. Like, can you kind of take the last?
It's okay. I can bring it
45.
home. We're going to still check in with Arizona.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, we're going to check in with Arizona. We're going to check in with the Pacific Northwest, what's going on up in Seattle. We're going to hear from Mark Stone again. We're going to hear from some of our folks in California. So I gotta still say, we gotta represent, right? The Pacific Coast. We are still out here making magic happen today, but I know that
I'm doing my walk and roll on the sideline of a football field, coaching kids. I will have this shirt on. This is my team shirt today. So everybody be like, what's with coach? Check it out. Check it out. I'm going to say, donate, keep me on the field too. You know, let's just get this cure so I can be out here helping everybody out. So that'll be my walk.
I love it. I think it's great. I think it's great. I'm going to take a second really quick. We're going to thank our sponsors again. We've got Avidity Biosciences and UCLA Health, our two big sponsors in California. We've got Tops Software Corporation in Central Texas, Journey Home Lending in Colorado, the Connor Foundation and the Gerhard family in Columbus, the Naples Bay Resort and Marina in Southwest Florida, Carpet 911 in Idaho, Wise Heating and Air Conditioning in Minnesota, and Optum Health. They've sponsored several of our events as a regional sponsor. We couldn't put on the event without the sponsors that are helping us out. They pay for a lot of the costs of putting on this event and underwrite the things we have to pay for. So they're a huge part of the team. So we want to thank we've lots more sponsors all across the country, but those are our platinum top tier folks. And I am going to bring in, we got Mark Stone back again. I'm going to bring him in to chat with you for a second before I know that you got to go. Mark Stone, our jet setting CEO. I think he's even at the airport. So
oh my gosh.
I think he might be at the airport because he's getting on a flight soon. Is that right, Mark?
Yeah, that's it.
Leaving on a jet plane. Yeah.
We got people jet setting. You're jetting off to the next location while Tim's getting ready to jet off to a football game.
Yeah.
So he's gonna go, and but I thought you might want to just say thanks.
Hey,
Tim has to sign off.
Thanks, Tim. You are awesome. I mean, I looked up awesome in the dictionary, and there was your picture right by it.
No way, it was a different guy.
No, we so appreciate your work, your effort, and your professionalism. I mean, it's, you know, I just say a bunch of words. You actually, I mean, you're great. You're awesome. So I appreciate your effort, your time, the way you bring awareness out to others, but also the way you bring our community together. You know, this is a disease that sometimes can isolate, and the fact that you're not just a voice on the other end, but you are one of us, and you do bring our community together through this medium, through your expertise, your equipment, your time, your talents. You're making a huge impact on building community, an engaged and active community, and that's one of the things that make a difference in speeding therapies to our families. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for saying that. It means a lot. It fills my heart for sure. I love this community. You know, I always say if anybody just needs to talk, I'm here. You know, it's not, you know, the email is not just for the shows, you know, find me that way, any way you want. And guests have reached out, and it's just awesome. You know, it's just, I can't even find the right word.
Excellent.
Fit what that means to me. So, and you're on that list, my man. And same with Lee. I can't sit here and just do this by myself. Instrumental is what she is with this. Producer doesn't say enough. There's got to be better, stronger words for that. Jack of all trades, you know. And yeah, and Mark, you know, I know you said that, yeah, maybe you just throw all those words out there and this and that, but I've definitely stolen some of them in some of my speeches to my players. So just so you know, I hope you didn't copyright some of those motivationals, but I do kind of use it a little bit.
No, I stole them from somebody else. So
awesome.
Or well, as I say, all of life and all of journey is just one beggar telling another beggar where to find food. That's it.
Right. Well, happy flight, Mark. Thanks for the kind words. I appreciate it, and thank you.
Thanks, and you have a good rest of the day.
You as well. Thank you.
We're gonna let you get to your football game, Tim. And
yes.
Mark, I want to ask you a couple more questions, so stay with me.
All right.
You bet. You bet. I was just in Jacksonville, of course, at the Jacksonville Zoo when we launched this program, and I've been sitting over in the corner of this airport waiting to go to Seattle.
That was going to be my
For
question.
its
Is tell the people where you're headed to next.
Yep, I'm flying from one corner of the world to the other to get to our Northwest Pacific Seattle walk tomorrow, and that the Lies are hosting along with all their other key volunteers, and just excited about being there with them tomorrow morning, and then moving the things forward. I mean, there's so much exciting that's happening up in that corner of the world. We'll be looking at really advancing and accelerating therapeutic development and investment in therapeutic development, not just from, our walk and roll, which is magnificent, but also from other key sources. And so we're just excited about it. So there's kind of a 2 or 3 pronged purpose for us to be up in that area, but I'm excited about being with our families and seeing them again. It's just so great to be able to embrace again, and to with the degree of caution that is necessary to get together, to celebrate, and all that. And I heard 561,000
and counting, right? Yeah. It's
well, I got to doing some math, like my friend Lee does. I got to doing some math, and I thought, let's see, 4,000 people plus have helped us get there. Well, if everybody gives $10, we go up over 600,000.
Right, isn't that amazing?
and not everybody can give 10. So if half give 20, you can keep doing the math.
Right.
If a few give 100, I mean, if everybody does what they can, I think we can go up over 600,000, which was it would be remarkable. And that extra 40,000 makes a difference. It makes a difference. Some of our audience and our listeners, they know that we've expanded the Clinical Trial Research Network. Well, $30,000, expands to one site in 1 year. So that's what it costs us. And so it's so important. The little bit of money actually makes a huge impact. I think the Clinical Trial Research Network is why now 15 pharmaceuticals are in our space. So I want to just issue a challenge that before this is over, and I think we've got a couple of weeks after this week, right, Lee?
We got 2 more weeks. People can still raise money and turn in donations. I mean, let's be clear. We will take your money anytime. But
Yes,
the
let's be
website
clear.
stay open. The walk website stay open for 2 more weeks, and we do have some fun little thank you gifts that we give our fundraisers to say how much we appreciate their efforts. So that deadline is in 2 weeks. But that 561,000 doesn't count any of the money that has been turned in these sites all across the country. And we know people show up with checks and cash. So we know that number is going to grow, and it's just mind blowing. Yeah,
absolutely. Now, our virtual walkers, they can go online, right?
Yes,
and just sign up, designate it.
Yeah,
I did it. I did it sitting over there in the chair at the airport. You
That's
can do
right.
it anywhere.
It's just fshdsociety.org/walk roll, and that'll get you to the landing page. You can find a walk to support there. Of course, we just heard from our national walk ambassador, Max Adler. He's got Team Mighty Max. There's a button there. If you don't have a walk near you, you can join him or support his effort. And so, the party is our official online party ends here in about a half an hour. We still got to check in with some more folks on the West Coast. I actually have Arizona in the waiting room right now, ready to bring them in. But, we have walks happening tomorrow. You're going to be in the Pacific Northwest. I close up shop here and hop on a plane, and I'm going to be in Minnesota tomorrow. And, we just keep the party rolling, because what it's all about is raising awareness, raising funds, helping patients recognize that they are not alone. There is magic that happens when somebody walks up at one of these events and says, this is the first time I've met someone else that has FSHD. And we see that happen over and over again. And it is
Yes.
life.
Let me tell you a real quick story I just heard last night from one of our families. They were calling to get people to come to the walk. and this one guy who really was felt all alone in his disease. And they talked for hours, our volunteer and them. And he said, I am so glad you called. I have felt alone until now. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
That's right. That's exactly right. All right, I know you got a plane to catch.
Yes, you've got people to talk to.
I do. I want to bring Sam and Allie in from Arizona. Mark, thanks so much. And we'll
Thank you, Lee.
soon. Take care.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Safe travels. Hey, all right. We got Allie and Sam getting ready to connect. I think the sun.
Hello, here we are.
Hey. Oh my gosh, look at that great group in Arizona.
Arizona Walk and Roll. Say hi to the live stream.
Hey guys. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Hi.
Hey, I know that guy. Hello.
There's Sam and his cousins and his friends.
Hey, Sam.
Say hi. This is his cousin Caleb and some buddies from school.
I know
Yeah, we're kind of split up right now. We got some up ahead, and then these are the stragglers back here. But we
Hey,
gotta
that's
bring it
okay.
down so far.
It's awesome. It looks hot, Allie. Is it hot?
It's getting hot. I'm pretty sweaty. All right,
Yeah.
here's Ray. I want you to say hi to Ray.
I want to say hi to Ray too.
There's Marie. Hold on, let me
Here.
touch Ray.
You're a trooper. You're picking up your pace in the heat. That's awesome.
Say hi, Ray. You're on the live
Hi,
stream.
Ray.
Oh, hello. I'm right live.
I'm so glad to see you.
Oh, I'm eating my sunglasses.
I am happy to see you.
I'm taking video of all the people going by, so I'm going to put that on my Facebook page. So
I'm
you can
going to
see
show
it.
you Cindy zooming over there after a child running. Can you see her?
Oh my gosh, look at that. That's awesome. That is so awesome. So last year, Ray and Cindy had that amazing counter in their home. And I remember the laps you were taking. You know, that was such a great way to do the virtual walk. What's it feel like to be out live, you know, in the open air this year with all these other folks?
Well, we did the best we could with what we had at that time, but it's fantastic to be out with people today. It's a beautiful day here in Arizona.
I love it. We've been checking in with people all across North America. My heart is full seeing all these groups of people that are even amidst, you know, challenges that continue to go on with the pandemic. We got groups of people together and it's awesome. I'm loving it.
It is fantastic. Well done, everybody.
Thank you. So have you heard the number? Do you know that we are over $560,000 raised and counting?
Isn't that wonderful? That's
Isn't it
just
amazing?
magnificent. We got a big round of applause when Allie announced it just a little while back here in Tucson.
It's so
Fantastic.
amazing.
Everybody all over the place.
That's just the power of a little bit, you know, everybody pitching in what they can a little bit at a time and sort of fills that bucket up to overflowing. That's so awesome. It's so
Something to do
awesome.
with many hands make light work. Is that how it works?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Well,
that's right.
except for the organizers, because they do way more than what us people do that just kind of show up and roll around.
Well, we do have some
Thank
pretty
you to all
amazing
the organizers.
volunteers. We have some really just rock star volunteers all over the country. So that's awesome. And Allie, right? I think, is Allie still holding the phone right
Yeah,
there?
I'm right here. Yeah, hi.
Awesome. We are so thankful to have you as the chapter and walk coordinator this year, stepping in to the big shoes that the Morels filled before. And so while we've had walks in Arizona before, this is the first one in Tucson, right?
Right, yeah.
And
First
so
one.
what a great group. And we have a group up in Phoenix walking too, right?
We do. Shout out to the Red Scooter Diaries. They walked a little bit earlier this morning. They raised their team raised over $6,000. Arizona this year raised over $12,000. So I'm just so happy and so ecstatic and
That's
just
amazing.
appreciate the support. Sam appreciates the support, and we're just having a good morning here.
That's so fantastic. I am just over the moon with the results and how exciting it is. And you've just done such an amazing job. I love working with you. Well, I want to tell the folks while we have everybody here, when you're not working on the walk and the regular chapter stuff, we have this little project that you're taking the charge on, which is the early onset chapter, and it's new. So I want to make sure that folks know a little bit about it, and maybe we can, I think we've got an event coming up. I want to make sure we tell people about that.
Yeah, so we have this brand new chapter that Lee spearheaded, and she got me involved and asked me if I would like to head up this early onset chapter. And I was like, heck yeah, let's do this. And, you know, I have a son who has FSHD. And so we've had one chapter meeting. We have another one coming up on the 27th of September. It's 2:00 Mountain Standard Time here in Arizona, or Pacific Time, 3 Central, 4, so it's 5 Eastern, 4 Central, 3 Mountain, 2 Pacific, or Mountain Standard Time, because we don't do daylight savings time in here in Arizona. So I hope all the parents out there, if you have interest, please join us on September 27th. We're going to have Dr. Katz from the University of Rochester talk with us. It's going to be very informative. I just spoke with her yesterday, and she's got a lot of great information for us. She's going to update us on some research and some other things. So please join us.
I am so excited about having this chapter specifically for families that are impacted by early onset or infantile FSHD. It's just growing, but the response has been amazing. We sent out the notification for the meeting, and almost instantly we have people from all across the country RSVPing to be a part of that. And so, you know, we couldn't do that without you taking the lead on it, Allie. It's a really important need that we are meeting. And so I just hope more families will find us and become a part of this national, international chapter for early onset families.
Yeah, well said. I hope all the families find us and they know that there's a place to come for answers and support, and that's what we're here for. So I hope anybody who's interested, please jump on or contact me, and we'd love to have you be part of our chapter.
This is phenomenal. I'm so proud of you, Allie. I love working with you. I
love working with you too. You make it so easily. I appreciate you.
No, I mean, it'd be nothing without you. So I'm just really proud of what you've pulled together there in Arizona. Amazing results. And I'm gonna let you get back to your crowd. And I think you guys are all heading over to have lunch today. So cool that you're building community and staying together and having a fun lunch together. And I think we're ready to go to Pacific Northwest. I got Selena all the way up in Seattle ready to join us as we start to bring the show home today. You're the best.
Let's cure FSHD.
Let's do it. Let's put an end to this thing. You got it. Thanks, Allie.
Yep. All right, I'm going to go catch up with everybody else. Yes.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, we got Selena coming in. Now, you know, if you're just joining us now, you know that not to pull a bait and switch on anybody. I know you're used to Tim, and he's the professional, and he's the one you all really want to see. But Selena, get your camera on for me, because I'm pretty sure you have a special guest with you today. So no intended bait and switch here, but I'm Lee Reynolds of the FSHD Society. I'm going to bring us home. Oh, you got your headband on. That's the best. I was just on with Mark, and he's at the airport getting ready to board a plane to come to you, because we got your event happening tomorrow, right?
Yes, ma'am. We are getting ready for our event. We're excited to be able to do our thing up here in the Pacific Northwest with a few clouds, but maybe just a little bit of rain. Nothing too serious.
Nothing too serious. A little rain isn't going to stop us. We're going to just walk rain or shine. And that's one thing I know about you, Selena. It's going to be an awesome event. You're a lady who thinks of the details and takes care of people, and I know it's going to be awesome.
Well, I've you know, I always try to do my best, and there's a lot of people in my life that have FSHD, and I want to make it better for all of them. So every time that we do something in the Pacific Northwest, it seems like there's one more person that we've connected with. So it makes a difference.
That's really how we make a difference, right? It's really about one person at a time. And we love the big numbers. We love the huge events. You know, we had over 100 people in Canada. Last weekend, we had almost 200 people in Colorado. But then we have smaller events happening today that were 10, 20 people, pop-ups with teams that are sort of walking virtually on their own. But Mark just told us this amazing story of a chapter leader he was with last night, shared that she'd been calling people to try and engage with them with the walk, and ended up on the phone for over an hour with a patient who just had been feeling so very alone. And through that conversation, just, you know, it made a real difference for that person, you know, one life at a time, one person at a time, one family. You know, we come together and it's like we make magic, right? It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think we've had a little bit of magic here this year. We've had a couple of new faces that were gone for a while, just kind of on their own path, and we were able to bring them back. And they brought a lot of light and fun to our activities that we're going to have. Maybe I can shout out to those two people who have come back into the fold.
Absolutely.
Carla News, you know, she kind of was in the background there looking for a community to be involved with again. And she called me and said, I want some signs. She put one on the back of her wheelchair, and it has raised, you know, well over like $1,500, you know, while she's
oh my gosh, that's amazing,
and stuff like that. And she's so much fun, and she's done some donations and really made a difference this year. And the other person that I want to just do a shout out to is Nancy Payton, who
I love Nancy.
I know her because of her art. You know, she does the FSH to Cure for, you know, painting for a cure. And we are the lucky recipients of some of her art. Do you want to see it?
I'd love to. Are you kidding? Yes, please.
Okay, let me see if I can flip. Did that work?
Nope, I'm still looking at you.
Okay, wait a second. How do we? Oh, that's it. I just didn't.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, it flipped
One more
back.
time.
One more try. Oh, look at those little. Oh, it's. There we go. Now we got it. Oh my gosh, that's really cool.
So Nancy donated these beautiful rocks because, you know, we live in Tacoma, near Tacoma, and Tacoma rocks is kind of a thing. And
that's cool.
So
those are so great.
And these are our special awards for, you know, Pacific Northwest. Like, who doesn't know how big a rhododendron is? And, you know, that's the biggest team award.
That's so great.
Top Fish is, you know, I think the most money raised.
Yep.
We have some representation from FSH, Fish for FSHD.
Yeah, that's great. We were talking to Marsha earlier, and I think it's in St. Louis. And isn't that her sister that does that?
That is her sister that does these. And then, you know, we want kids to know about FSHD. And so we have this craft going on. I decided to make a kid craft for myself.
That is so cute. I love it.
So all kids are going to get to do this, or grandkids, or whoever wants them.
Or young at heart. I'd be
young at heart. Yeah. And something unique from Tacoma is almond roca. So somebody's going to get this yummy thing.
Yummy.
And in here we have a special quilt that was done by Carla News that's going to be raffled off.
That's
and
so
then
great.
The real star of our show up here.
Yay, it's Molly.
Molly.
I love Molly.
Molly Moose has been a pretty big fundraiser. She is the mascot of our team here in Pacific Northwest. But she was such a hot item that she also started a team for the Ontario Walk and Roll, because we have a lot of Canadian friends and family, and this is a nice way that they can donate.
I love it.
Everybody can get a picture with Molly.
That is so great.
It's gonna, and then those kids can put it in their picture frame.
Yes, they can. That's so perfect. I love it. I think your event tomorrow is just going to be so completely awesome. And I wish I could be there, but I'm going to be in Minnesota with Jake at his first walk. And I cannot wait to hear all about it. I know it's going to be.
Yeah. And I mean, I just feel so honored and blessed that Mark Stone and Jamsheed are going to come and be at our walk. I don't know how that happened.
Isn't that awesome?
We're excited to have them, and we'll give them our Pacific Northwest warm welcome. And it'll be wonderful to have them and we have great turnout. I mean, we've got a lot of volunteers showing up and people from, people that I don't know. Again, it's like new faces, new people, always trying to bring new people into the fold,
So
and it's always
amazing.
fun.
I love it so much. Well,
Yeah.
Selena, I know you're very organized. I'm sure you probably still have a few things left to do though.
Perhaps.
For tomorrow. So we're going to let you go get ready for your big day tomorrow. Can't wait to hear all about it. And I'm next going to head down the coast a little bit and bring in Sue Drescher from the Bay Area. We're finally making our way. We finally made our way to the Pacific Coast here. So the West Coast.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And you have fun at your Minnesota walk tomorrow.
I will. Weather looks perfect. So hopefully we'll send a little bit of the cool sunshine your way. We'll get this
more sunshine our way for sure.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, it's great to talk to you. Thanks for being here.
Cure FSHD, yo.
Let's do it. Let's get it done.
Bye.
Bye. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging in here till the very end. Sue, we got Sue coming in. Sue is in California and she's getting connected to the audio. I cannot believe that we have made our way all the way across North America. We started in Florida. We've been up to Canada, all through the Midwest, and we have finally made our way to what looked like some pretty nice sunny skies there in California. Sue Drescher, how are you?
We're doing great. Can you hear me okay?
I hear you wonderfully. Tell us where you are today and how you are celebrating the walk and roll today.
Okay, I am at the home of Michelle and Dave McKay here in Santa Cruz. You can see the ocean behind me. And we've had cloudy weather for a couple days, and we're expecting it to be a little bit mid to up 60s today, and the sun is coming out, so it's really been lovely.
That's fantastic. Now I understand, of course, we did first time ever, we did a statewide all California effort, and you band together along with Amy Beckier in the San Diego chapter. We've got Colette and some others in LA, and we've just brought the whole state together in one sort of unified effort, but we're doing little pop-up celebrations all throughout the state. So tell us I think we're having a luncheon, right? Isn't that the plan for you guys to celebrate today?
Yes, we are. We're having sizzling sausage in Santa Cruz here.
I love it.
And we're expecting a few of our chapter members, and Jamsheed's going to join us today and then fly on to Selena for tomorrow. And we also have a team of folks that are friends and colleagues that are researchers out of Stanford University. And so we have Dr. John Day coming, Tina Duong and her team, who are researchers up there in the physical therapy area. And they're going to join us here down at the beach.
That is amazing. So have you heard some of the latest numbers today? You want me to tell you where we're sitting?
Let's hear it. Yeah, let's hear it.
So
we're on the road.
This morning, before any of the money that's been turned in today or donations that are continuing to come in, our number as of this morning was $561,000 raised and counting. So
Yay.
isn't that amazing? So we're well
Yeah.
over $500,000. We're going to start kissing 600,000 here if we keep at it. I'm really optimistic. Here's what's really cool, Sue. 4,300 walkers, donors, and volunteers have been a part of this effort. 4,300 people, which is like amazing.
Super cool.
1,200 registered walkers and 162 teams across North America. So I just can't even believe that second year of a pandemic and we've exceeded the numbers from last year. And it's because you guys, it's because of all of our volunteers that are so ridiculously amazing that just continue to say FSHD is not going to stop me. And we just got to keep, pushing back and bring in some light and love and progress to all of this. And you guys are the ones that make that happen,
Thank you. Thanks very much. And working with you is wonderful too.
The best.
We have so many people. I'm always amazed when we do this every year that how many people I heard from people today that I haven't spoken to or seen in 40 years that made a donation because, you know, they've known us a really long time. They knew Kent before he was even diagnosed, and it's amazing who comes out. It really, you're right. You're right. How many people are so enthusiastic about it, and also really we are chugging ahead to get it. And like Mark Stone likes to say, we need to get her done.
We do need to get her done. That's right. And it is so humbling when you see those folks that just come out and they thank you almost for saying, you know, thanks for asking. I'm so glad to be able to pitch in a little bit and do something. And it's $5 and $20 and $50 at a time that adds up. We were talking earlier today, and you know, an initial research grant to a new researcher that's got just an idea they want to see if anything's there is $10,000. And the FSHD Society's done a lot of those back in the day, 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, when we knew nothing. We knew nothing about what ducks for and what caused FSHD, and there was nothing in the works, and those little seed grants came along, and now here we are. You know, we've got 15 companies that are working on therapies, and we got 3 more entering clinical trials next year. And this is just, that sounds like a long time, 10, 15 years, but in research, you know, in research years, that's nothing. And that's the power of when the community comes together and we work together, you know.
Absolutely. And you know, we have so many great connections here in California as well as around the country and worldwide. And that's one of the reasons I love not just my personal connection doing this for Kent and for the research for FSH in general, but caring for people all around the world. You know, we have our caregivers group is a fabulous thing that's really taken off. And we connect on once a month on live on the radio and on camera, but the rest of the month, there's a lot of email going on too.
Yeah.
So.
And that caregiving and people being able to connect with someone that understands what they're going through or what challenges they face, that is life altering, you know, and the depth of the work that is able to happen through that group because of your leadership and the others that lead the group, you and Kent and others that are so integrally involved in that the impact of that cannot be overstated. It is very great. And it's a deep kind of work and connection that's so important, you know, to the community. So.
Yeah. You know, one of the things we hear all the time, every time we meet together or talk with people, especially when someone new comes into any one of our groups or any conversation, is, I never met anybody with this before today. And that is a huge thing. And on top of that, for caregivers, I've never met anybody that has had to be a caregiver, sharegiver for someone with FSH. And it's astounding to get together and talk about, oh, see, it's not just me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's amazing. Well, you were doing such important and amazing work, not only in California, but for people all across really the globe. I know people connect with you, not just from the United States. And so I want to thank everybody for supporting the walk and roll effort, because that is what provides the infrastructure that allows us to do these things. And I just want to thank you for being such an important volunteer leader. I love that you're, you know, a part of my tribe and a part of my village. And so it's just really great. And before you hang up, I'm going to let you say hi to Amy. I've got her in San Diego holding down the fort with the other side of the state, and let her pop in and say hi. And we'll hear more about what she had going on earlier in the week. And then we'll let you go finish getting ready for your luncheon.
Great. Thank you.
Now the other side of the state. And there we go. Amy wanted you to be able to say hi to Sue before.
Hey, Amy. Hey.
Hi, Sue. Hi, Sue. Great job you've done.
Thank you. You too. How you doing? How's your weather?
It was beautiful today. Really nice. We could use a little of the rain from the Pacific Northwest, but
yeah. Hopefully we're going to get some later today. We're hoping.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Sue, I know you got to get going and get ready for those folks you're going to welcome into this shells. And I'm going to chat here with Amy for a little while. We're bringing this, I can't believe we've been here. I've been on this for almost 4 hours.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you're great.
So fast. Thanks, Sue. You're the best. Big hugs to Kent too.
Thank you. Bye, you guys.
Bye bye. We'll talk.
Okay.
Amy, how are you today?
I'm doing fantastic and excited, and I've been watching this event, and it is just so heartwarming and hopeful.
It's been fun, right? I've had so much fun checking in with people and seeing them live in their collective groups and small groups and big groups and huge walks and little walks and all over North America. I just have had such a ball today.
Good. Yeah, and what's beautiful is that this goes on YouTube so that people can then go and watch it in the future or rewatch it, because you miss a lot, so it's there for posterity.
It is here for posterity. I think it's going to be so fun to look back on it. You've had a really big week, Amy. You keep thinking that you might slow down, and yet you do.
I don't know. I keep doubling down.
I think you do. So tell everybody that's listening what you had happen earlier this week. It was pretty awesome.
Great. Yeah. Like you had mentioned with Sue that we've been doing California pop-ups, because in California, we've had to still remain sort of locked down. We can't go full out on a walk and roll here yet because of the COVID. So each area, we did one grand state wide team drive, and it's called a hashtag California Walk and Roll. So if anybody in the area wants to donate, you can go on there and then find your team, whether it's up in the Bay Area with Sue or Michelle McKay, or up in the Sacramento area, the LA area, or down here in San Diego, and you can contribute to a team or as an individual, however you would like.
Yep.
So what we did, our pop-up actually turned into a whole big event. I have a lot of friends at my local country club where I used to play golf, and the half rounders, the ladies who play 9 holes, and they're a very great social group, got together and created a charity scramble for FSHD Society.
That's awesome.
And raised money for the scramble in the morning, and then joined us we joined them, I should say, as co-hosts for a patient reconnect, one big luncheon. So we had about 50 of us there between the scramble ladies and the patients and spouses, and Mark Stone was there, Jamsheed, our Chief Science Officer, Jamsheed Arjaman. They did an awesome presentation. Avidity Biosciences, which is our California state sponsor, was also there and gave us a presentation because they have local presence in San Diego. So it was a phenomenal event. So that turned into a scramble, charity, golf and roll, and luncheon. So it was a double, triple whammy that I was running around with many hats on.
Awesome. That's so awesome.
And on top of the numbers that you're reaching, I don't believe this has been counted in yet, is that the Scramble group raised over $2,500.
Yeah, that's not in there yet. Yeah.
So Mark, add that.
We're actually at 565. So we add that 2,500. We're at 567.5. And then we know people all over the country are turning in checks today, and people are showing up with cash, and they're still making donations. The website stays open for 2 more weeks at fshdsociety.org/walkroll to find the event that you want to support. And so I think we might, just start kissing up there at 600,000 before it's all said and done. And that is remarkable.
And what this is also not including is up in the Bay Area, Team Mad McKay, which is Michelle McKay's team. She's mobilized them and had a lot of fun online with them. And she's pledged to match her personal donors.
Oh my gosh. That's
so I think you've got an additional amount there that hasn't even been considered, which is coming in.
I cannot
and
wait.
we had some anonymous donors who contributed to the early birds, and they matched the first 15,000 of all the donations. So we're pretty proud. The California state is well up over 61,000.
California is representing for sure.
We're kicking it. And not taking any names.
That's right. Amy, Mark usually kind of brings us home here at the end, but he had to jump on that plane because he's going to Pacific Northwest tomorrow. He's been all over the place. He was with you earlier this week. He was in Florida this morning, and now he was in Arizona, one in between, and now he's headed up to the Pacific Northwest for Selena's walk tomorrow. So I know you're also on our board of directors, very important role that you play there. You're on our diversity task force. You wear many, many, many hats. So as a member of the board, as a true leader for the FSHD Society, you know, what do you want people to know about how important this effort is to the work that we're trying to do?
This is everything. This is everything. Through the years, and of course, we are very grateful and thankful to our large donors, but they can only contribute so much. And in order to bring it up over the top and to really get to that treatment and cure, we need the participation of all the individuals, as Mark said, $5, $10. It does more than just the money, and the money is absolutely important, because without the money, we're not going to be able to have the clinical trial readiness networks. We're not going to be able to have the support. But on top of that, it also gets you involved. I've learned through all the years that even if it's $2, 50 cents, if you put your hand in your pocket, you tend to get not only a financial investment, but an emotional investment as well. And we need our patients, our families, our colleagues, and our friends to be not only financially involved, but emotionally involved. And we need us to get ready for those clinical trials. We're going to need patient advocacy. We're going to need patient volunteering, because without that, we're not going to be able to come up with a treatment and bring it to the FDA for ultimate approval. So my message, I think the takeaway from all of this is the word hope. And I hope that anybody listening to this now or into the future comes away from this phenomenal event. And Lee, I can't say enough about you and Beth and all Kim and Krista and everyone behind the scenes who's just done an incredible job with this to give us hope. Which many times, we all tend to go dark at a certain point, including yours truly, and we need that hope. My mantra, which I say almost every time I'm online, is we cannot sit and cope. We must get active and hope.
That's right. That's right. I love that. That's exactly where I would have wanted you to end it if I'd scripted it for you. So that was just so perfect. I think today has been a day full of hope. And it's been very exciting to see what we've all done when we've come together as this huge community and pitched in what we can, where we can. You have friends that golf. We have people that played drums. We had Taylor do a comedy event. We got people just bring what you have, right? What skills, what talent, what connection you have. And we all come together and that's how we make magic happen. And so I hope what you get today is some rest, Amy. You've been hard at work.
Well, I'll be up in LA for the UCLA Family Day next weekend.
That's right. For those that don't know, we've got they used to be called Family Days. You're right, but we're now calling them FSHD 360 conferences. We have those happening all across the country, and we have one just next weekend. I will be there with you for that one, and it's for patients, families, clinicians, and researchers that share an interest in FSHD. Families can come and learn all about. It's designed to empower patients and care partners to better manage the disease. These events like that are so important, and they're largely possible because of events like the walk today. That's what raises money to shore up the infrastructure of the organization, so we can put on all those important events and fund the research and put on important support events like the FSHD 360s for sure. So I think I'm going to bring us home, Amy. I think we're ready to wrap this thing up. And I just thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you for all that you do for
thank you.
Patients everywhere with FSHD. We are better for having you here with us and you wearing those hats, and for the really important work that you do. You carry so much of the water, Amy, and it's such a blessing and an honor for me to now have you in my family and to be able to work with you the way that I do. So thanks for being such a rock star.
Oh, and thank you. Thank you so much.
You're the best. All right. Have a great afternoon. I'll see you next weekend.
Thank you.
All right, folks. So that's the deal. We have been at this since this morning. It has been an amazing 4-hour live stream, and I'm really honored to be able to bring it home here today. I am so touched and moved by the thousands of people that have been a part of making this event a success. You know, the FSHD Society is the world's largest research-focused patient organization for facioscapulohumeral muscular dystrophy. It's one of the most prevalent forms of muscular dystrophy. And we just firmly believe that no patient need ever suffer alone with this disease. We want to put an end to it. We want to change the trajectory of this disease, stop it in its tracks and end it. It's been said that individually we are one drop, but together we are an ocean. And never has that been more true than today. We have had thousands of participants across the country. Hundreds of people have joined us live and online. They have inspired thousands of people to pitch in more than $565,000, more than $500,000, closing in on 600,000 to make this huge collective impact. So one by one, all of you out there pushed beyond your comfort zone. You told your story. You shared the impact that FSHD has had on your life, and you have inspired others to join you in investing in a brighter tomorrow for everyone living with FSHD. So that one day soon, Mark's put a stake in the ground at 2025, and I'm with him on that. I believe him. One day soon, the news will break and we will celebrate the first ever FDA approved treatment to slow the progression of FSHD. And you will know that you were a part of that success. Then one day, not long after that, we will celebrate a treatment that restores functioning for so many that have lost too much. And you will know that you were a part of that success. And then one day, we hope in our lifetime, the world will stop for all of us for a moment. A barrier will fall and the news will break that a cure has been found. And in that moment, we will know that no one else will have to suffer a life impacted by FSHD. This story will end and a new, brighter day will begin. And you will know that you were a part of that miraculous success. So while the steps we've taken today from coast to coast, all across North America, individually, they may seem small, but all the steps that you took are part of a collective journey that is bringing help and hope to everyone that is impacted by FSHD. So thank you for being a part of this live stream today. Thank you for being a part of the walk and roll effort and for letting me, sort of be part of your party host today. I'm going to play us out. Thank you so much. If you still want to contribute, you can. Let's get us up to that $600,000 mark, and just thank you so much for being a part of just what's been an amazing day. Let's get her done.